Like nighttime, difference here. I'm not in the car. I'm not in the work vehicle. I am not in my uniform. I'm just chilling. It's completely different, huh? Good night, everyone. This was wanted to speak on something real quick. Um, there comes a time where you have to let things go. You have to learn how to forgive yourself, how to forgive others. There comes a time where you have to let people talk, let people express what it is that they have going on with them. There comes a time where you need to listen, you need to comprehend what they're saying, understand what they're saying, express how you feel, how you felt, and then come to a collective conclusion to where both parties can grow. You hear me? So, I'm not going to delve too deep into a personal matter that I've dealt with a family member. But there was a situation to where the two of us had been deeply hurt, unintentionally, but we had hurt each other, and we had hurt each other, and the hurt festered for years, years. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Years. There wasn't like, like 2 seconds. This wasn't like it happened, and the two y'all two were upset about it. No, this hurt that we had done to each other. Again, inadvertently, you know, wasn't intentional. But the hurt manifested over the years, and it grew into, you know, different behaviors, resentment, and just anger. Anger that was underneath the surface, to where one day all of that anger came up, every bit of it. And the individual and myself had a huge, like, I would have never spoken to this individual. This didn't mean this individual had a huge, huge argument. Huge. I don't like, we didn't raise our hands against each other, but it was a fight. It was one hurt versus the other. It was one anger versus pride. When anger and pride is mixed in a fight, nothing nothing good will ever come about. So it took a third party to keep us grounded. It took a third party to keep us, you know, in a place where we would still speak to each other, and we would still, we could still try to move past it. And, you know, given the state of mind that both parties are in, it's crazy that, we did get past it. But, I do have my faith in God, and that He definitely was moving in that situation to keep us as close as we are. It was expressed that, because for a long time, like I said, the hurt manifested and all of that. And even after the information and things were stated, even afterwards, I still felt like the person truly didn't understand, or the person truly didn't get it, or the person truly didn't accept where I was coming from. And it was finally admitted that the person did understand, that the person did get it, that the person was genuinely affected by how their response affected me. Because when me and this person had spoken about it in the past, because it wasn't one time, two times, we had spoken about it several times until the big blowout happened and things like that. But it wasn't, and we both did the psychological thing, the say, yeah, it happened. I'm sorry, and this is how you made me feel, and this and that. But we didn't come to conclusions together. We came to conclusions on our own. I think if we'd have came to a conclusion collectively together, it probably would have helped. But this person was affected by how I felt growing up. And I was affected learning how this person felt. So, you know, to hear that this person did feel a way and to hear that this person did understand where I was coming from and understand what I went through and understand the pain and the hurt that I felt. And to hear that this person was sorry and to hear that this person had forgiven themselves, it touched me in a way that I can't even express. And that's the thing, people. You have to listen to each other. You have to understand what it is that a person is expressing to you. When you don't understand it, ask questions. When you're not getting it, hey, explain this a little bit more. I'm not getting it. Why did you feel this? Why did this? Why did that? Listen, understand. Listen to understand. Once you understand, then you can express your state of mind. Then you can express where you're coming from. Excuse me. Then the two of you can come to a collective conclusion and grow from it. Grow from the situation. You have to be able to grow from the situation, because if you let it fester, if you let it stick with you, if both parties aren't on the same page, then what you have is one person finally letting things go and the other person still holding on to resentment, still holding on to hurt, still holding on to, just something from the situation. So you have to collectively come to that conclusion, and you have to collectively grow. And you have to forgive. Forgive the person. Forgive yourself. When you have expressed what it was that made you feel a certain way, when you have expressed what it was that got you to think a certain way and to act a certain way and to this and to that and all that, and when you truly understand whatever it is that you've done that has hurt people, that has hurt yourself, you have to learn how to finally forgive yourself. See, it's a lot of self-deprecating people out here, and it's a lot of situations that people stab themselves and repeatedly continue to stab themselves as they move through life because of something they had done. Now, I can't speak on people that have done serious life-altering things. I can give advice and I can say, look, even with that, and I know some people may not want to hear this, but even with that, you got to figure out how to forgive yourself. Once you forgive a person, you got to forgive yourself, depending on what the situation is, especially if you had a hand in the situation. But that takes some serious maturity. And that takes some serious, like just being an adult and just being honest. I always go back to that. Being honest with yourself. Too many of us lie to ourselves every day because we just want to feel better about the crappy crap that we've done to people. It's time that you grow up. It's time that you admit your faults. We all have made mistakes. Some cannot be taken back. But you can learn from them. You can grow from them. Wear them. Wear them. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Especially when you have truly understood it, you've listened, you've understood, you've expressed, you've grown, you forgive. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Me and this person, which I will admit is my mother, have the greatest relationship. I can call her about anything and I can talk to her about anything. And considering everything we've been through, on the emotional, on the personal, everything. If me and her can be in a place where that is my liaison, that is my conseiller, that is who I speak to, who I hit, Mom, A, B, C, and she says D, E, F, whatever. If me and her can get to a place like that, even after the emotional roller coaster that we've been through, then I'm sure the steps in which I've said, it may take longer, it may be bigger, deeper rooted issues, but I truly believe that on the surface, if you listen, you understand, you express, you forgive, and you grow, then you can get to a place with anybody to where you're good. With that being said, not everybody is going to be in your life after you perform these steps. Sometimes these people are on their way out the door in your life, and you need to express some things to them before they head out the door, because that'll be your last chance to speak on it. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with it yourself. It's always, depending on the person, depending on the situation, sometimes it tends to be a little bit harder when you can't express your side of things to the person because, hey, they may, you may lose touch, you may not speak anymore, or the person may have passed away. That's a thing. And people have unresolved issues when the person is gone, and you have to learn how to deal with those things on your own. So I do believe that everybody has the capability, if the two parties are willing to go through those steps, to understand them, and to finally move to a place to where you're both in a good headspace. And regardless of if you two are still going to be in each other's lives or not, you'll come out a better person on the other side of things. All right? So I just wanted to speak on that. Mom, forgive me. I just wanted to speak on that, and just want to say, everybody that watches the vids, man, love y'all. I'm human. I go through things. I deal with life just like any one of us. So, let's just all just keep it moving, man, and just grow and just be better people, better adults, be better parents, be better children, better siblings, better friends, better lovers, better husbands, better wives, girlfriends, boyfriends. Let's just all just try to be better. All right?